Hey, I stutter a lot. If you don't like it, watch Hazbin Hotel instead.
You have a dream you wish to tell, and it's just laughable, but hey kid, what the hell?
Okay, so I was in high school when my friend showed me Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow. And for the next year, I became obsessed with this show before the pilot even came out. Well, then the pilot finally comes out, and instead of the bombastic opening, I thought it would be based off of all the advertising and clips that were shown. We open with this melancholy, silhouetted animated sequence that just makes me go, "Wah." This is a good opening. That is all I am saying. Okay, so that is clearly Angel, Sir Pen, Egg Cowboy, and I think Fizz all falling to hell. I might be stretching a bit on that last one, but it's a fun detail nevertheless. Jesus Christ, I'm only 3 seconds in and I keep finding more stuff. Okay. At the edge of the rainbow, there's happiness. There's a guy floating up into a rainbow and cloud signifying heaven. Also, it's a reference to Charlie's happy ending scene later. Then on the second lyric, to find it how often I tried, we get the imagery of all the other souls falling to hell. So this is effectively Charlie's I want number, so we're gonna... where through the silhouetted imagery, she talks about the real reason why she wants the hotel to work, which is like the song says, she feels she's a failure and wants to prove that she can, do something good and not mess it up, and how all of her failures kind of tie into her self-worth. No wonder she doesn't like The Purge. She has to ceremoniously end it every year. It's shots like this that just make me appreciate the varied character and environmental design.
Waiting to find a little bluebird.
Just to reiterate, what an opening. 10 more wins.
Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive!
Classic.
Thanks for the fun time, hot stuff.
This is a perfect introduction to Angel Dust. He insults a person that he just gave some services to. I'm gonna use the money from that transaction to get some angel dust. Hey! And when someone dies in front of him, he's more concerned about his drugs than anything.
And nothing, not a single beast in this inferno of suffering will be able to take back this empire from my constrictive grasp.
Yes, I love the cartoonishly evil Snurson. Wait, is that egg creeping up his tail? Guess I finally know the meaning of.
I wish he'd shoot me with his ray gun.
Pardon? Who said that? What did you just say to me, you fried chicken fetuses?
Look, if you can't figure out why this line is great, we can't be friends. Also, the snake rattle when he pronounces his S's is pretty cute. Yes, let's hear that laugh again. Good job, Stamper.
Good afternoon, I'm Katie Killjoy.
And I'm Tom Trench.
So before I mention those apropos names, which are stellar, by the way, I would like to pay attention to the breaking news bar for a second, where it's where the operator goes on a long tangent about his ex-wife. And as much as I want to read it out loud, I can't for time, but I will type it out in the description if you want to read it. Also, it is time for a sub counter. In this case, little mistakes that just add charm. Because that is a double spacing in the middle of that sentence. Well, of course I know to be scared of Katie Killjoy. Her face is the off-air sign.
Okay, you remember what to say?
Yes!
Let's do this.
Just look at me, and I'll mouth it to you.
While not directly stated in the scene or even the entirety of the pilot, with this scene alone, you can tell that Vaggie and Charlie are a couple, and their emotional roles in the relationship. Charlie's ever the optimist, and Vaggie is ever the realist. And it's all in just how they interact with each other. They don't directly state it, and I think that's cool. There's more to this, I'll mention it later.
The highlighted bits are the best parts.
It's all highlighted. Is this a drawing?
Yes, that's the happy ending, see? Everyone...
Where are the gosh darn highlights?
You can put that away. I don't touch the gays.
Which means technically this scene isn't breaking continuity because Charlie is bi. Still uncomfortable though.
You're here because Jeffrey couldn't make it for his cannibal cooking segment.
I legitimately want to see that.
So don't get cute with me, honey, or I will bury you.
And we're live.
Welcome back.
Holy crap, that was so much tonal whiplash that she broke her neck on it.
Consistently pestering our news station about.
I was already uncomfortable. Why did you have to give Katie's pen the sound of a switchblade?
So, I've been thinking, isn't there a more humane way to hinder overpopulation here in Hell? Perhaps we can create an alternative way to change souls through redemption? Well, I think yes. So that's what this project aims to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the first of its kind, a hotel that rehabilitates sinners.
So this is where the music video starts, and that exchange was basically the perfect pitch for the entire show. And that's an early design of Blitz. The story is called Radio Hacks. The light is out on the S, so making it Radio Hack as in... there's a sales sticker that says 666. A window display is covered in blood and viscera all over the place. There's even blood on the sign, probably left over from the recent extermination. Also the R is has parts of it segmented off like it's and surrounded by a circle like it's a pentagram. And one of the TVs just has teeth for some reason. Any show that packs this much detail into one shot deserves all the praise.
Look, every single one of you has something good deep down inside. I know you do.
Does anyone else appreciate the irony that the daughter of Lucifer is the most optimistic character in the show?
It's one of a kind, right here in Hell, catering to a specific clientele.
Oh, I want bodyguards that can harmonize with me.
So all you junkies, freaks, and weirdos, creepers, fuck-ups, firsts, and zeros, and I'm calling superheroes, hope is here. All of you cretins, sluts, and losers, sexual deviants, and boozers, and prescription drug abusers, need not fear. There'll be no more fire and no more screams, just puppy dog kisses and cotton candy dreams.
May I say, love this bit of characterization for Charlie. She seems to think that just making her patrons happy would make them ultimately better people, but fails to see that is not how you measure the, with lack of a better term, goodness in someone's heart. Which means that she's likely, if with Angel and other characters, not actually getting to the center and roots of their problems, and therefore no redemption. And an epic finish. Appropriate reaction.
Don't look at this. Bitch.
I love how they draw attention to this, by this show's standards, a very mundane swear, just because Killjoy is offended by it, complete with the dead air sound effects to cut right through the silence. I love it. Fun fact, I thought this was an animation mistake, but no, that shadow that doesn't match Angel's stance, it actually foreshadows her third set of arms. Neat.
Daddy? Son?
Wait a second, he had a son? The entire point of this scene is just to make fun of Sir Pentious. And I mean that literally. Look at the background. And a simple jump cut from the chaos to let us into the second and superior half.
I mean, what kind of reputation would I have if people found out I was trying to go clean?
Oh, so he's actually trying and not just there for a free room. Which means she was lying to Cherri earlier. Huh, look, Baggy's bow and hairlines get sharper the angrier she gets, and then rounds back out when she says what she needs to say.
Like an orphan with no arms or legs.
All of these facial expressions are awkward and sad gold.
I'm gonna kill him.
Too late, Toots. Wait! Would that make me double dead? Where exactly do I go? To double hell?
Sorry if you had any logistical problems with the premise. The show already beat you to it. Charlie takes off her jacket. Her jacket appears here. And it's immediately back off when they're inside. I don't know for sure, but I think the limo might be CG because as the camera's panning down and the limo's coming into frame, it looks like that it's just turning upwards and just slightly clockwise to represent it turning into the hotel's entrance. This was pointless. I just wanted to throw that out there. Also, it leads into a good segue into me saying that the limo actually starts up as it's coming into frame, going above the road. Oh, we have some backlit silhouettes of our characters entering the hotel. And it's not just that. Look at the light, look at the streams of light that are dissipating as they go further into the room. I got nothing else to say but art! I know this is supposed to be a somber scene and all, but I'm way too focused on that mock couch and how much I want it in my house. Just this little reach to comfort Charlie, and then the realization of what he might say probably wouldn't help, just gets to me every time. Just noticed that the stained glass is the fruit of knowledge. Call back to the breaking news bar from earlier. And apparently, when you press call on a cell phone in hell, it makes a torturous grunting noise.
I don't know if I'm going to make a difference. I don't know what I'm doing. I could really use some advice, Mom. I think Dad was right about me.
There's the self-loathing from chasing rainbows. He has arrived! Oh, and don't think I forgot him at the radio hacks earlier while he was on his way to the butcher's. Wow, you have to be a really big Hazbin fan to get that reference. Hello! This pan up and down from Alistair saying hello to Charlie's reaction from confused to shock probably might be my favorite visual gag in the entire pilot.
May I speak now?
You may.
Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you, sweetheart. Quite a pleasure. Excuse my sudden visit, but I saw your fiasco on the picture show, and I just couldn't resist. What a performance! Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929. So many orphans.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anything here. I just really wanted you to see this monologue, because this monologue perfectly encapsulates his character to a T. Showing his fun-loving personality through the radio gimmick, through his voice and sound effects, plus his unnecessary cruelty towards pretty much everyone, with the orphans crack. I'm adding this part because I forgot to record it earlier. So I found out that the mutterings of Spanish that Vaggie says on occasion is just her cursing under her breath. There's really nothing else to this. I just think it's a cool character trait.
If I wanted to hurt anyone here, I would have done so already.
Well, that took a turn. Also, his eyes are radio dials and his teeth become the speaker. That is in addition to the glitch effect, the random symbols, and the fact that he turns slightly right to face the camera, just adds to a whole pile of creepy neatness. All of these animated art, all of this animated art to show off the power and grandiose of of Alistair is just really good. So the only thing I have to ask is, why haven't any of these been turned into posters yet?
I hereby order that you help with this hotel for as long as you desire.
I like this. She's not willing to make a deal with him because, well, come on. And also, but also he's still smiling throughout the entire thing because he wants to be nice, and also because even a little control can open up the opportunity to get more control over the hotel later. Which is of course why he accepts. A lot of character in this. A lot of character in the last minutes that I skipped.
Smile, my dear! You know you're never fully dressed without one.
Alistair, by referencing a famous song, which, fun fact, is what his voice is based off of. Alistair is passive-aggressively criticizing Vaggy's tough exterior to hopefully drive a rift between Charlie and Vaggy, losing Charlie's emotional support, and so that Charlie might get in a deal with him later. Yikes. Wait, is he humming to the music in the background? Yes, he is!
And what can you do, my effeminate fellow?
I can suck your dick.
I love how his initial response is this face and feedbacking mic, but when he actually collects himself, it's...
Ha! No.
I love this exchange. When I first saw this, I had to pause the video for 2 minutes because I was laughing so much I didn't want to miss anything. And because of that, guess how many wins we're doing?
Well, this just won't do. I suppose I can cash in a few favors to liven things up.
Okay, so this is probably my only major criticism of this pilot, and it's really short. Basically, in the scene that I'm playing right now, Alistair is introducing a few other characters that'll be helping around the hotel. Nifty and Husker. They are relegated to supporting cast right now, mainly by time constraints. There's only about 4 minutes left in the pilot, and we don't have any time to really flesh these two out. But I understand why. It's because at the time we didn't have any confirmation that the series would be continuing in any way. So so it makes sense to give a large chunk of the ideas out on the floor immediately. But it's just a thing that personally bothers me. I just wanted to talk about this. This isn't going to count as a win, but I will. But I'm still gonna ring the dings because it's a good transition noise in this format.
Hi, I'm Nifty. It's nice to meet you. It's been a while since I've made new friends. Why are you all women? Are there any men here?
Nifty is the most adorable sociopath I have ever seen. She only gets 4 lines, and she is my favorite character, just under Alistair. Win.
I can make this more welcoming, if you wish.
This bottle and this joke is so blunt that I can't help but laugh. You can see Angel get a running start on her way to tackle Vaggy. Okay, so Alistair brings Charlie and Vaggy in for the group hug, and then when Vaggy slips out, a light whistle cues Alistair to start his song, both metaphorically and in just a second, literally pushing Vaggy out of the dynamic.
'Cause you're one of a kind, a charming demon belle.
1. The song is great. 2. 50s era costumes for every character. And 3. This entire song is a twisted reprise of Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow. Don't believe me? Here.
Inside of every demon is a rainbow. Inside every sinner is a shiny smile.
Inside of every demon is a lost cause. But we'll dress them up for now with just a smile. They'll spend a little time down at this Hazbin Hotel.
Hey, that's
almost
the name of the show.
Look at her. She looks so happy to get hit in the face with a door. Also, was that a Mario coin sound effect? Yes. Yes, it was.
I'm so evil!
And Sir Pen comes back for a quick show of power for Alistair. That might be the best scream of pain and terror that I've ever heard. Look at that evil sneer. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I'm starved. Who wants some jambalaya?
Like nothing ever happened. Also, when Alistair says jambalaya, his lips stop moving at the end of the scene.
My mother once showed me a wonderful recipe for jambalaya. In fact, it nearly killed her. You could say the kick was right out of hell.
Nothing much here, I just like the puns.
The game is set. Now, stay tuned.
Oh, we will. Sir Pentious is alive. So, I think it's safe to say that I really like this. I mean, I made fun of some animation mistakes here and there, but on those because I wanted to point out the fact that these were, that this pilot was made. A bunch of passionate artists, animators, sound designers, songwriters, and many others, all of the funding being made from merchandise and Patreon donations, and that is such a feat which is why it's they're being added to the win counter now. I haven't touched on much of the voice cast. I pointed out Stamper as Sir Pentious. Really, everyone was amazing. There was no bad performance in the lot. If I had to nitpick about one thing, is the sound effects are a bit distracting at some points, but I've gotten used to it. Okay, I had to re-record this line because I was trying to get this out before Halloween, and my files got corrupted. So to put it short, Vivian Medrano, thank you for giving us this amazing start to hopefully a series, and I hope you and your entire team finds more success in the future. As for us, the fans, though, there's a lot of lingering questions. Hazbin Hotel has been picked up by A24, and there's really no other information besides that. Release date, is the voice cast gonna still be intact? Is Vivian Medrano still going to have creative control? All those answers can't be answered. And I guess at the very least, we have hell of a boss to tie us over until we have more information. So I guess without further ado, that means we have to go to the results screen. I have no idea how to do this bit. I'm going to try my best. There's the total amount, and your reward is a maw couch. Seriously, if anyone out there knows how to build furniture, contact me, name your price. I want this in my home. Well, anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. As you can probably tell, I used the Cinema Wins formula, so yeah, check them out. Links here and in the description. Same thing with Hazbin Hotel. Check that out. It's just free on YouTube if you want to. It's the whole reason why I made this video. I just need someone to talk about it with. And yeah, that's it. If you excuse me, I've been putting off playing Sora and Smash for 2 weeks for this. So bye. Please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you